Looking good so far. We'll keep this. I mean, Phalanx is late, but we do have Leaf Gilder, so we're on wow, Kithian turn 1. We're on point to cast a turn 6 Phalanx. Another green-white deck, huh? Indestructible's pretty good. No 2-drop, that's good. Gotta take it. Can make it indestructible. All right. So, I guess the plan is block Knight of the Pilgrim's Road. And Enshrouding Mist. If he has Celestial Flare, well, we got ourselves a problem then, but all right, he's just attacking there, which is interesting. Kind of tells me he doesn't have a Celestial Flare, or else I think he would bust it. Oromancer as a bear. All right, I guess that's good. But it means he's going to have Gideon next turn. It's pretty good. That was kind of a lackluster draw. All right, next turn we get to go Gorger. Turn after that, Phalanx. That's pretty good. Looks like he probably just wants to flip Gids. So we block Knight. See if he plays the combat trick right away. If he doesn't, we'll play ours. If he does, we play ours anyway. Playing a combat trick regardless this turn. Okay. Well, let's let that resolve. So we won't lose Leaf Gilder, and we get a Vastwood Gorger, and the Vastwood Gorger is safe from Titanic Growth. Thinking he's going to try and make our Leaf Gilder attack, but we're going to be able to just play a Vastwood Gorger instead. Could also just... Alright, I'm actually happier he did that one because I'm playing Vastwood Gorger regardless. So instead of getting +2, we only got +1. Yeah, let's just play a Gorger. He doesn't have an ultimate, I don't think, with Gideon anyway, right? Just turns into a 4/4 indestructible. And prevent all damage that would be dealt to him? Just that, huh? Alright, next turn we're playing the Phalanx, and then the turn after that, I guess, irregular with the ability to tap something down, so I guess that's pretty good. Alright, so he's just getting aggressive here, huh? I guess we're dead to Titanic Growth if I don't block Gideon. Right? I kind of don't want to die to Titanic Growth, so I think I'm going to actually block Gideon. Because this attack doesn't make a ton of sense if he doesn't have Titanic Growth. So I think we block there. Because yeah, if I block Knight, he Titanic Growths and I lose. So I think I'm gonna do it like this. I don't love it. I gotta be honest. But he's pretty incentivized to use it now to kill my Gorger. Maybe not though. So he has Celestial Flare? I think he has Celestial Flare, so I'm going to attack Gideon with both my guys. Now I can't play Phalanx, but I can play a regulars and tap down Knight. Oh, I should have attacked him with Leaf Gilder. That was a mistake. Yeah, so let's play a regular. And during his combat step, we're going to tap down Knight. Oh, that's a big problem. I guess I didn't deal any damage to him, though. So, unfortunately, we're dead now to Titanic Growth. So I guess we tap down. I feel like I didn't really have a choice, though. So let's tap down Knight, because I'd still rather trade with Hixus, but I think we're dead to Titanic Growth here. Tried my best. That's a tough card to play around. I did feel like I had to take out Gids. I was in a pretty difficult spot, though, in my defense. That was a really difficult game to... It was virtually impossible to play around Titanic Growth and Celestial Flare successfully there. So, disappointing loss, absolutely. I'm really disappointed we had to lose that way, but I played around Celestial Flare, I tried to play around Titanic Growth, and then he had Hixus. So it was like the trifecta of cards that are absolutely impossible to anticipate there. So, yeah, that sucked. I had good cards coming up, too. So, what can I do to not get beat down? I didn't... how many 2-drops did I see that game? One? I saw one of my 2-drops. I think we've got a great deck here. I think we just need to see some more early game. I don't really want to... Now that I'm on the play, I certainly don't want to bring in Yoke Docs. I think we just need to actually see some more of our early game. Could bring in Bonded Construct, I guess. Maybe cut a Recluse for it. Makes us slightly more aggressive. It gives us more aggressive hands. I'll cut Recluse for Construct. We didn't see any flyers out of him anyway. All right. This looks good. I'll trade in Enshrouding Mist for a Cleric of the Forward Order. I've gotten suppression bonds for the next one, but unfortunately I'm out of gas at that point, so here's where I wouldn't mind drawing 7-drop. I guess Heart of Beast at this point just misses, right? Yeah, we don't have anything more to find with that. That's okay. Timberpack Wolf, not really overly concerned about that, but maybe I do need to suppression bonds it to keep the pressure up. Could just play a Stalwart Haven instead. How badly do I need Leaf Gilder? I don't need it that badly. I think I'm actually just going to swing in. I'm willing to lose it. I've got the follow-up Stalwart Haven play, so I kind of like this. Oromancer. Definitely not going to suppression bounce that. I'll trade a Construct for an Oromancer. I'm okay with that. Dwynen's a good draw. Let's smash. So I guess if he leaves 5 mana up, I should probably think it's a Hixus. He does need double white, but... Alright. Knightly Valor. Alright, well, Suppression Bonds just got a whole lot better. So I think we are going to trade a Construct for a Knight token. I don't love it, but... seems fine. There's a good chance Construct's not going to be able to attack later anyway. He's taking it anyway, so I guess that's good for us. See if he's got the Naturalist. Forgot to attack with the Knight, which is good for us too. Phalanx, yeah, well, can't play it yet, but doesn't have the second white for Hixus yet either. Probably has a Titanic Growth is my guess. That would make sense now on the not block. Alright, he does. So he'll take 4 here, which is still fine. Okay. Seventh land's good. Let's get him for 2 and pass. Kind of don't want to show him phalanx if we don't have to. All right, he concedes anyway. All right, green-white beatdown. I mean, our creatures, I think, are going to be much better than his. He does, I mean, although he does have Gideon. But, I mean, we haven't even seen a free blade yet, and we have 3 of them, so I'd like to believe we can see one coming up here. Do we want to keep the pilgrimage around? It's a real question. I mean, our opponent's aggressive, for sure. He's got Kithian. He's got 2-drop plays. So do we. What would I bring in for a pilgrimage anyway? Like a recluse? That doesn't seem that great. It's just a little blocker. I don't love it. I could do like a battle priest instead of a gorger for life gain and flying, but I mean, I certainly think it's a weaker card. I could ditch the sidearm plan. It doesn't matter if Relic Seeker finds it or not. All right, let's ditch a sidearm for a better... Oh, it's for a recluse. I like getting another blocker. We're going to ditch some Relic Seeker value that I don't really care about to get another blocker to buy us time for late game. Let's do that. We're going to keep this hand. No green mana, which certainly makes the pilgrimage awkward, but we do have Stalwart Haven. And we've got plenty of cheap 2-drops. We'll draw a free blade one of these days. I know it. Or a Mage Ring Responder. Well, I guess technically that does make the pilgrimage look better. That's not a 2-drop we want to see. Let's get a vial out there. So now we're in horrific shape already, which sucks, but what can you do? So I guess the play is Relic Seeker, Alchemist Vial, stopping that from attacking so I can at least attempt to trade with the Knight of the Pilgrim's Road. I guess we just play a Relic Seeker and use our Vial to stop a Consul's Lieutenant, pray to all the gods that he has no combat trick. All right, got our green mana too. If I play Pilgrimage now, I can play Vastwood Gorger next turn. He doesn't have a combat trick, or I think he would have attacked there. I also get smashed for 7 next turn, which is pretty huge. I still think we play Pilgrimage. I have the chance, if I play Pilgrimage, to just go Gorger Responder. And that's my best chance of answering this board. Otherwise, my play is like Stalwart Haven, double block a Knight of the Pilgrim's Road, because it's going to get pumped, and I don't love that. I think we go Pilgrimage. Could have bluffed an attack there with Enshrouding Mist. Might have been in my best interest. Because I'm certainly not blocking here. Although I'm leaving up Enshrouding Mist, so maybe he gets scared. Looks like he is not at all afraid. Alright. Taking a boatload of damage here. Even if he finds Knightly Valor, it's tough, but... Alright, I guess... Technically, is that better than... I think that is actually still better for us than Suppression Bonds, because at least our Gorger does something, and we do get to follow up with Responder. Alright. At least we get our best case scenario, considering how busted this board state is. I think we're going to have to chump. Because I think his play is Valor on the Knight. And then I guess he just gets to swing Knight. So maybe that's not so bad. Question is, do I have to chump? I think I do. Seems too... I mean... Maybe he attacks everything, and then I can take out the Lieutenant. If he has Might of the Masses, we're so toast. Alright, I think I make this trade, because I get to follow up with a Responder. I have to think about this. My choice is to trade or play a... like... If I chump and play Mage Ring Responder, I'm basically at the whim of him drawing... If he draws Titanic Growth, I guess I'm screwed either way because of Lieutenant. So the question is, do I want to trade this off? I kind of feel like it's okay to just get rid of my Relic Seeker and play a Responder. Because then my Responder can attack and kill Knight. And I can untap. I think we're just jumping. I feel like the Vassal Gorger keeps the rest at bay. Like I said, as soon as he gets a Titanic Growth, it's pretty much GG's. But if I don't have to trade off my Vassal Gorger, I kind of don't want to. And like I said, if he has a combat trick, we're pretty much SOL anyway. Because if he has a combat trick, it's not like I can't block, you know? Tactics? That's pretty busted. Well, let's figure this one out, huh? Yeah, it's pretty good. So I have to block 8 power. I have to block Let me think about this. Second block. Oh, I think I'm actually dead, aren't I? No, I guess I'm not. I go to 1. So, chump block, knight. Block lieutenant. Take 10. I think that's the play. We gotta hope he's got nothing. We get triple play on our turn, so that's pretty sick. Yeah, so we get to kill knight. And then we play 3 spells. So we play 4, 5, 6. How much mana? I have 8. So I can go Griffin, Avon, Champ. I think we do that. And we chump with the Champ. I guess technically we don't even have to chump with the Champ, do we? I guess we could trade a Griffin for a Knight. I have to leave 3 blockers back in case of Hixus. Or I guess not, because we're going to... So I have to leave 2 blockers back. Well, it doesn't matter. I've got 9 mana, so I get to do... Let's just do... Case of Hixus, leave 3 blockers back. So let's just do these 2. I think he's got Hixus, but still not dead. He does not have Hixus. Wow. So we have a flying blocker in case of Mighty Leap. We've got ground blocker. Wow. Wow. Cannot believe we brought ourselves back in that game. That was crazy. All right. Yeah, that was unbelievably close game. Our opponent's first few plays were just nuts. Nissa's Pilgrimage, though. All right, I got to give credit where credit is due. Nissa's Pilgrimage allowed us to go Gorger into... It allowed us to go turn 5 Gorger into turn 6 Mage Ring Responder, which did legitimately win us the game. So, all right. Let's go to round 2.